Hello, all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Windrose. And it is TF Tuesday, so we're using the TF Talkies. So transform me to your heart's content, everybody. Now, we left off. We got the ship with the repairs and everything, but we do need to get more crew to actually finish that up. So it looks like we're going off in this direction, which means we need another. We are in need of another bell.
They don't want to just... Oh yeah, because the ship is there. So yeah, we'll need another bell. I'll wait for you over there. I did see, while we get ready to sail over, a really interesting loading screen tip.
What's that?
Said your ship provides you a comfort bonus as high as that of your highest bonfire, basically. So that means we do want to keep at least one, like, a fully decked out bonfire, most likely to be able to get the maximum benefit of resting on a ship.
That's fine. I was already planning to do that.
Perfect.
Eggy.
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 Well, good night, you too, Rev. Good night, Irvis, if I hadn't said it out loud.
Good night. And no, please. By all means, change me, transform me, make me know.
Banan.
There's our travel bell. Actually, make sure I take it this time.
Oh god, that's a big wave. Big wave. Ooh.
And we also need 20 wood. Alright. And we'll put that in there. Oh, right. I got a stone pickaxe as well.
Nice. That'll be useful.
How?
Because then you can deconstruct it.
It's not really worth
Make a
much.
copper one.
I already have a copper one. It's that I got the stone pickaxe from loot.
Yeah. Free material. I'm usually guessing the pickaxes and loot tend probably not, especially like the lower tier ones, are probably not too rare loot, so it would have been likely that you've gotten also very low tier loot if you had just gotten loot instead. So that's why I'm like, it's probably not too bad.
Okay.
Kind of suck.
Time to begin sailing. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
I would recommend approaching from the angle I'm approaching because it looks like there's a few ships over there that don't look very happy to view. There's only 3 of them. So I'm sure you can dodge all the cannon shots, right? 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 One of them is the path I'm
Maybe.
headed. Good luck avoiding them. I don't think they can hit our little canoe anyway, so you might as well just barge towards land.
This takes so
They're
long.
moving into attack position. I made it to land.
I am
Yeah.
still just barely getting underway.
Don't worry, we shall wait for you with great enthusiasm.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'll just kill all the things around here so that we can land safely.
I have no idea if Ren actually made that rice.
He fell asleep in the rice.
Maybe he did.
And you can just eat him.
Maybe he just fell back asleep and didn't even come back up to start making it. I don't know. But I am streaming and I can't go check.
Help, I am streaming and I can't go check.
Raijin, would you go harass him, please?
The benefits of living in the same house. You can just go harass someone. Wow.
Roar.
Wow.
Holy crap, there are so many ships around.
See? Told you. They're evil. The leader Bones.
I think I just heard some squealing from Ren.
Nothing that came through, at least.
It was very faint. I don't know if it was from Ren or if it was Rex.
Could be either.
Quote Gib Gab quotes. Get lubricated, nerd. Fair
That sounds like
enough.
something.
Land ho!
Hey, nice.
Why'd you call me a hoe?
I did not call you a hoe. Are you now land? Was the harassing of the Ren successful?
I mean, Geeman did once call me a planet, so
Touche.
I guess I am land.
Hello, land. How may you be?
You gotta come join me, Gip Gap?
I am running over. I'm just trying to avoid the pirate.
You are so far away!
Well, I was trying to avoid the pirate settlement up there, so I could join you and do them together.
Why'd you wander away that far in the first place?
I was looking at how big the island was.
Did I call Toshi? I mean, you're always welcome here, Toshime. Pat, pat the Ido. One eternity later.
I'm literally almost there. Like right behind you. Coastal do 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 coastal do 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 do.
Oh, that's so many of them. Why are there so many of them?
It might have been a mistake. Just maybe. Careful on the side.
Uh-huh. I see him. And I'm dead.
Oh.
Oh. I get it now, Toshime. I apologize. Well, I'm here. Again.
Welcome.
God damn it.
Oh, come on! I was blocking!
Yeah, but you probably ran out of,
No, I wasn't. I just finished healing. Nice.
Well, there's at least a couple of them down.
Hopefully the rest of them... Or hopefully they didn't respawn with the rest of them. I would love... I know it's like already Assassin's Creed, you know, but I really would not mind like a stealth assassination kind of feature thing. So you could like
Agreed.
start to pick other camps one at a time.
Stupid dodo! I don't want to mess with you.
Got him. Oh look, it's a dragon dodo. An azure dodo.
There we go.
Now where's the captain boy? I got a blunderbuss waiting for him.
What are these fireflies here for? Is that something to loot? Jeez, that thing packs a punch.
Yeah, but it costs twice as much gunpowder and bullet to fire.
Ah. I got a great sword!
Same, two-handed sword.
On
Or is it your...
Blackbeard Crew's first map.
You're not one of them, are you?
Hold on, let you catch your breath. What? What breath do you... You have been sitting in that cage for who knows how long. Has he just been running around in circles in the freaking cage?
I've done that before.
Run around in circles in a cage?
Mm-hmm. It was in a tabletop my girlfriend's catch. She just started flying around in circles over and over until she picked up enough speed to, like, explode the thing.
What?
Don't worry about it.
You put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up. I'm headed to the next one. I don't know what you're doing over there.
Oh, they're still enemies. That's why it hasn't. I think.
Oh, it's got a check mark for me.
Well, yeah, because we did the loot, but they're still enemies. That's why I think the crew members were like, "No, I need to like catch my breath." 20 homemade gunpowder. Oh.
I mean, I was able to talk to the crew.
Oh. It didn't let me before. No, it did. What about the other one? You did the one in the tent, right?
Yeah, I did both of them.
Okay. Now let's head over to the next one. And there's a question mark here in the middle. Huh?
Okay. Oh, hi.
Oh. Ooh.
Zombie! Ow.
He did.
I almost am too.
Ooh, sturdy rapier.
Hey, I got a blunderbuss.
Nice.
Letter to a good friend. And we got Geeman here, you know, trying to get all the quotes on his document. Alright, to the next camp.
Mhm.
How many Zims will this require?
3. Exactly. Ah, so much gunpowder now. Just running out of bullets. Oh no, I need a bullet. I can get a bullet later. Hi, Kuroi!
Kuroi! Why do you say no though? What's wrong with this game?
Tightrope bone. The sea's not.
Come with me if you want to leave. Ah, there are those two taken care of.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, that's fair.
fair enough, Kuroi. Hi, Kuroi. I'll miss you, Kuroi. Hey, you got a kobold form.
Hmm?
Kuroi, he has a kobold form.
Oh, fun. I'm gonna take a quick moment to make some stone bullets, so let me just really quick look for some. I place on a crafting table over there. Yar, be violent.
Ah. I mean, too subby to be a pirate captain, maybe.
Yeah. You can always be a pirate underling. You can also be the parrot that screams in the captain's ears the things that he says and repeats them over and over, irritating the captain.
No, that position's already filled.
I don't repeat your orders. There's no other parrot. Hey Zim,
Yes.
why does death often take the form of a boar?
I've never known it to.
Well, they call it the Grim Reaper, and they do say you reap what you sow.
So, Kuroi, so far, this game is amazing. It is kind of a grittier, kind of like a grittier, Oh, we need a rope for this.
Rope required. Oh, we need to craft a rope? I can make a rope. I made two. You can grab one from the bench. I took them both by accident.
But yeah,
Oh,
it
but you
is.
need more.
Oh, that's fine. It is kind of a gritty Sea of Thieves, but more importantly, it's, you know, single player. Instead of the nonsense of having to be doing, you know, being forced into multiplayer. PvP. I shouldn't say single player, PvE.
Yep. Oh, hello, undead. Thank you. Ooh. Necklace of Agility and Tembaga ingot.
Interesting.
Do you have a necklace?
I got a necklace out of that of endurance.
Oh, that's the one I already had. It's interesting. I want the agility though. Pretty sure it'll give me more damage. Where's the other chest?
Kurai, yeah,
Oh,
I understand. The other chest is off to the right there. You see those little stairs out there?
Oh, thank you.
Careful of the drowned. Probably a day late and dollar short, but...
Ow! Wait. Oi, oi!
But yeah, so far, this is exactly what I was hoping for with Sea of Thieves. I have been very much enjoying it. My inventory is full, though.
Same. I'm just throwing away some trash. No, no, no. Ah! Leave me alone. Please. Goodness. If you're hungry for my flesh, just eat some. You don't have to kill me.
Yeah, he's
Mad
into
at it.
that.
Oh, you don't have to call me out like that. That's just uncalled for. There's a little part of the map on the top that I didn't explore that's bothering me, so I'm gonna really quickly go explore that, and then I'm gonna head home for inventory deposit, and then I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading back for inventory now.
Yeah, I want to, but the unexplored part of the map bothers me more than anything. So I just need to really quickly go and take care of it.
Pat the Kuroi. Have you gotten your internet fixed yet?
Are we recruiting a pirate kitty?
Probably not. I don't know if his, you know, even if he got his net fixed, there's still the problem of him being in Australia versus here.
I mean, that's true. But they do have a Southeast Asia hosting option.
Well, yes, but then we're gonna be dealing with the super lag.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We have, like, fast enough internet that'll probably make up for it. I mean, honestly, my experience has always been, like, it's not so much about the raw latency as much as it is the consistency of it. Like, if you always have, like, 100 millisecond ping, it's not too bad as long as it's, like, it doesn't stutter or is inconsistent.
Sorry,
It's, like, playable, but...
I have to jump in to interrupt you there, Gab. Okay, Southeast Asian like you, no matter how fast your internet is going to suck. It's not a matter of speed, it's a matter of physics. This information has to travel literally to the other side of the planet.
I know. You
So,
usually find
Your
Southeast
latency
Asian
is going
servers.
to be, you're going to be playing with a latency of at least 2.5 seconds.
That is a lot more than I usually play with in Southeast Asia servers. Usually average close to 200 milliseconds.
So,
That's 0.2 second.
So when I connect to the US, no matter where on the server I connect to the US, and be aware, I have fiber to the premises.
Mhm.
I have gigabit line, and it takes me about 2 seconds delay to play with anyone in the US. Unless you can get a server in Japan that you can connect to at a reasonable speed, or New Zealand, or Australia, or basically oceanic region, and then you will have absolutely shit latency, and in the Souls-like game, it will suck.
That's actually true. I mean, like, I'll probably give it a try first just to see. But it's never been
But-
that, like, it's never been a 2.5 second delay level at that.
Sorry, I just wanted to come in because I've had that conversation so many times lately.
I mean, I know. I played with Fetch before. That's why, like, I'm more so on the understanding of how the latency is with SEA.
But as far as the internet being fixed, Zim, not yet.
Oh.
Internet we won't be able to afford getting the electrician out until our old place is finally rented out to someone else. And we stop paying rent there. Because right now we're paying rent at 2 places, so we can't really afford the electrician to come out and fix the internal wiring.
Why do you have to? Why are you paying rent to 2 places?
Because we have to get the old one we have to let the old one be relinquished. So while it's being cleaned up and prepared to be given to the next renter, we still have to pay for the rent. Our lease agreement is technically not up until June. We're just trying to break it early so that we can stop paying it early.
That makes sense.
Because it's really expensive to live there. So, and it's a shoebox that's like 1/10 of the size of our new house, and it's like twice the price. So, and in a dodgy neighborhood. So, yeah. That's why we haven't got it yet. So we should hopefully be getting our net getting it fixed hopefully by the end of this month, but it might not be till the end of next month.
Huh?
Yeah, to be honest, Jits, playing with Mexico, playing from Mexico to German and Britain is a lot shorter distance than to Australia. Like, a lot shorter distance.
Yeah, you're not gonna notice much with Mexico and to the U.S.
Europe.
But to the Europe, there's still some, but not as.
I can sometimes play with people in London if I'm lucky, but they're a lot closer to you than they are to me. In terms of, internet routing.
Yeah, 200 milliseconds is about like the lowest you get in general. With Australia, I mean. That's like
If you live on the East Coast,
Yep.
and you live near the city, you'll get about 200 milliseconds. I live on the other side of the country, and all internet routes through there, and our country is about the size of America in terms of width. So,
I can't find where their Southeast Asia server is, but that's why I was half curious, because if they throw it somewhere in like the Philippines or Japan, then it's probably more manageable.
oh, if they throw it in the Philippines or Japan, that's gangbusters to me. That's perfect.
That's why I want to know where they set it, but I don't know where they set it because I can't find a location about it.
But it'd be about as fun as you playing on a Japanese server for like World of Warcraft or Guild Wars or Final Fantasy, but even worse because it's probably not designed to allow for latency grievances.
Uh-huh.
So,
I mean, all I can say is I was used to playing in Venezuela.
Either way, the game does
But
seem
it would
to
be
be good for just single player as well, though.
that's good. That's more, I guess, the big thing. It's when I buy multiplayer games, I can't buy games that require other people to play with to be fun, because Australia has a pretty small population of gamers, so unless you happen to have a group of people who you actually can play with reliably, multiplayer games are just bad.
Really quickly, Zim, have you seen the Tumbaga ingot we got?
Yes, I saw about ascended equipment and stuff. I don't want to mess with that yet until we actually get our ship and whatnot.
Yeah, no, not yet. I now understand what it does. You know how like your weapon has a rarity score? That's how you
Yeah.
can raise the rarity.
Let's not do that yet.
Oh, we don't even have enough to do it. If you wanted to raise something to like purple rarity, it'd take like 70. We only have 2.
Ah.
But now I'm going to assume they're big priority items if we find them in the future for that reason.
Sorry.
Or
For coming in and doing the whole no, multiplayer sucks in Australia slapdown.
You're good. Like you
you're
said,
fine. It's I mean, I understand that. It's Gib that's whining about it. I'll be right
What
back.
I was largely gonna get to is that I'd be happy to test it if you get the game to see how bad the latency is, because that'll clue us into where the server's located.
That's fair. If I get the game, that's fine. I think at this point, that it is on my list. I think there's another game I want to try. I want to grab Subnautica first when it comes out, but I'll probably get this afterwards.
Good game. Recommend. Oh,
Well, I've already played the first two. I'm actually looking forward to the sequel.
You only said Subnautica, and then you said the comes out part. My thoughts had already left my mouth as you said that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that comes out shortly, but then I'll probably get Windrose after that. It's just a case of, I'd love, games like Repo and stuff, and Phasmophobia and all that would be so fun if I could play them with people where I didn't feel like whether I survived was a flip of a coin.
It's okay, we just need to drag you to this side of the planet so you can land game.
Or vice versa, we're a little bit better to live. It's a little bit nicer here. Come live here instead.
They don't want me there.
Why not?
I don't have enough money.
Yeah, fair. I mean, you could also just get a job in engineering and you'll get a citizenship really freaking fast if you don't mind working in the mining industry.
Can't get an engineering position. That requires more brains than I have.
Engineering's easy.
Not for me.
It's just math.
That's what I'm bad at.
And you call yourself a bird.
Yeah. Since when are birds good at math?
The blackbird sells pebbles. That has to be good at math.
The crow doesn't have to math. The crow just gives you pebbles and you give it food because it's cute. Or am I wrong?
I think birds are tasty. I don't know if they're cute.
Well, that's a different thing entirely. Now you sound like Oki.
Housing is super pricey in Australia, but I'm pretty sure housing is kind of super pricey everywhere at the moment.
From what I
Everywhere
have
that
heard
happened.
and seen, it's actually a much worse situation there compared to most other places.
Well, yeah. Thank you, China and America, for letting us sell you guys a bunch of houses. That was a mistake.
I think the two worst housing crises, if I remember correctly, are currently Canada and Australia. For like the Anglo world, probably.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, in Australia, it's... I mean, Australia is not predominantly Anglo anymore.
Oh. I said, like, not necessarily whether they're predominantly Anglo or not, just like within the usual English-speaking countries. Because, like, the housing situation is very different in, like, Spain than it is in, like, the US, the UK, Canada, and Australia, probably.
Soon we might be starting to teach Hindi as schools as a second language.
Do you want a bandage?
I've got one.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
I have acquired
Honestly,
ranch and rice.
Of course. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's cool. I have always been a big proponent
This is
that,
a lot.
Yeah, we can take him. I'll take two, you take two. Or I'll
You've
take
always
one,
been a
and then you
proponent
take
of...
one.
You've always been a proponent of what, Kipcab?
I've always been a big proponent that, like, I understand oftentimes there's the idea that, like, schools or educations in general need to teach the most, like, practical languages to learn. But there's also part of me that deeply loves learning languages for the sake of learning and communicating. And oftentimes I find that, like, a lot of countries kind of get shafted by that mentality of, like, oh, you need to learn, like, this language because it offers you more job opportunities. When we could be learning... Oh, I died. Oh god, he two-shot me. What the f...
I mean, to be fair, I am learning a language. It's English, and it's difficult.
I mean, you're not wrong. You know what I mean.
I do, but I do laugh at it. It's like I've looked at learning other. I've learned. Was studying some other languages, and it didn't take me long to go. Okay, so English is just messed up as a language. Like, holy crap! You know, why do a lot of people who speak English just mono-language English?
I've said it before that like going from speaking English to speaking Spanish with English, it's like you stuff a wet sock in your mouth and then try to speak. And
I feel that way about speaking Spanish, to be honest. But
the thing about Spanish is you speak with an open mouth. So like to demonstrate, like si yo hablo así, empiezo a hablar con la boca más abierta. I literally open my mouth more, whereas with English it like makes me go like a blah, 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 blah.
See, the thing is I can't say what saying something like that will make me feel like, because it could potentially sound offensive.
It's always you. It's always you, kitty.
Meow.
I'm gonna threaten rice and ranch.
It's tasty.
What's wrong with rice and ranch?
Nothing really. It's like making fun of some fruit. I've never tried it. I genuinely don't know how awful it would taste. I feel like it would be bad, but I don't know.
You know, more than anything, I am craving some nice fresh steamed jasmine rice with some butter and garlic and some chicken. I don't know why, but I'm craving that so hard. Ooh, maybe with some like green beans. Kitty hungry.
Kitty get food.
Kitty don't have food.
Kitty should.
Kitty have coffee.
Kitty hunt. Oh.
I don't know how to word this in animal.
This is really cool. Apparently,
Kitty's claws need replacing.
You're using the rapier, right?
Yes.
You have a green one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so apparently raising the rarity also changes the visual appearance.
Oh, you got an upgraded one?
You want the blue rapier?
I mean, that's up to you if you're not going to use it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chest. If it let me. Nope.
I'll go back to camp.
So have you been singing any sea shanties yet?
No, no sea shanties yet.
None. I'll stuff it in camp. We don't even have a ship yet.
That took to see the name of the
Yeah.
ship was the Billy O.T.
We have not gotten a ship yet.
Trying to get a ship, but for some reason these boys literally just went like, oh, yo, you know what? We captured like 7 dudes. Let's split them into like 15 camps.
I mean, I had really nice black bean burrito for lunch the other day.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, no, black rice burrito. Sorry, not black bean burrito.
I like burrito. Burrito good.
Burrito expensive. Why burrito so expensive?
Money.
But like, it's a burrito. It's 90% rice.
I mean, that
Well,
depends on... I've been putting weapons in the chest, the wooden chest up here.
Okay. I'll put
And
that
other
right here next to you.
equipment.
No, we have this really nice burrito place here called Zambreros, and honestly, it's the only burrito place I trust. Everywhere else gives me food poisoning. And it's like $25 for burrito.
Ooh.
But yeah, it
And that'll
depends on
come
the
with
burrito.
burrito.
Like, not all of them are just rice, but...
Oh, that me saying there's lots of rice and there wasn't a complaint. I like burritos with rice. Also,
Sword, right sword, just a two-handed sword, but better.
Also, you know, if I'm paying $25 for burrito, it better be filling, and rice is nothing but filling.
I think it's the same but better, which is perfect because I really like the two-handed sword.
Also, I have a suspicion that fast food in general is a lot more expensive in Australia than it is in, say, the US.
That, I will say, probably depends a lot on location.
Well, all our fast food restaurants have the same price.
Yeah, not here.
Like, all the McDonald's are the same prices, or Hungry Jack's is the same prices.
Yeah, that's not the case here. Here,
Yeah.
it very much varies from one place to the next. Also, let's go try
Well-
and do this chest real quick, Gib Gab.
Give
Again.
me just a second.
Fast food here, you're generally looking at about $25-ish per person for a meal. Usually we get fast food maybe once a month. Because
Yeah,
that's kind of the thing. It's way more expensive to go and eat fast food than it is to just go out and buy like stuff to make a really good quality meal.
I mean, that's gonna be true, like, here as well. It's just, like, to a different extent. Like, even though, for instance, McDonald's is still very cheap, it's running up into, like, the $12, $15 for, like, if you just want to eat, like, a nice big meal and maybe carry a bit of leftover home. And that's the cheaper places. Alright, let's go. My body is ready. No, it's not. But I like to pretend it is.
I think for the same price that I would buy a Big Mac meal from Macca's, probably could buy like 4 premium steaks, some nice veggies to steam, maybe stuff to make myself a nice jus. A steak à jus, it'd be lovely. And I'd walk away with money left over.
Fuck!
Wait, do you just transform into a pillar when you die?
You're a lantern.
It's a barrel
this has
with a lantern
lantern
on
TF.
top.
So it's Lantern TF.
No, it's just your stuff that gets deposited on the ground.
We win.
Well, isn't that the barrel? Your stuff gets transformed into barrel, you get transformed into lamp?
No, I get transformed into corpse.
Oh,
Wait.
But there is
Ah,
no
there it
corpse.
I don't see corpse.
What?
What?
Oh,
Hey, I guess
come on.
because I died,
Mr. President, your safety is the utmost priority. Stay down.
There once was a ship that to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. Whether I come to a spring,
God
No!
damn it.
So close.
Every
Eat
kid's
food before you get here. It'll help.
Yeah, already on it.
So I have been replaying through the first 2 Subnautica games just to get myself amped. Jeez, I forgot how much I love that game.
I know, right?
You're always like, I've done this 20 times before. I'm gonna get partway through it and get bored. And you're like, nope, still fun. Still scary. The Empress showing up on your screen and asking you who you are is still terrifying.
Okay, but I struggle with it because, like, nowadays I think it's the Reaper Leviathan, right?
Oh, you think they're hot because they grab you and
Yeah.
swallow you whole?
They're hot. I mean, they're also just kinda,
I
like,
feel the
hot
Ghost
in a
Leviathans.
monster.
I think the Ghost Leviathans are hotter just because they're able to see the person inside, but still.
That's beside the point. I just mean an overall design, unrelated to that. Like, when are we getting?
you see all the-
Subnautica
you saw all the-
RPG?
You saw the people doing Reaper Leviathan sonars when they were a thing.
I did not actually. I just
Oh.
think it's a cool design. And I want to see.
I have never seen that.
Same.
Okay. Oh, hey, I got credit this time.
Hey.
And leveled up.
I'll have to do it separately, so if you want, just go ahead and grab the thing and then leave. So yeah, I'll take care of the chest. And then you
Oh.
don't insta-die again. Yeah. Oh, okay, it gave me the chest. Never mind. Oh, I didn't get anything.
Wait,
Oh, give me
really?
a reward. Okay, give me the reward now. Okay, I was about to be like, I leveled up. Hey.
There you go, Gib Gab. There's a couple.
I'll take a look at it in just a moment. Talent. $20 additional stamina. Yes, please. Let's go, Daddy.
Yeah, I grabbed that one too.
I don't know what I want more. Increases maximum health by 120. That sounds so nice.
Isn't that way down there?
Yeah, it's one of the ending ones, but I can hope.
Alright. I'm gonna go get my boat now.
Okay.
I might pop down because I feel I'm pushing it. I'm surprised my net hasn't dropped out yet.
I mean, I'm okay with you saying.
Okay, I just might go for and gobbled out into the matrix at some
That's
point.
fine.
The gentleman's word is
And it'll be very loud.
It's not usually
We can
that
only-
loud.
I can mute you if
Okay.
anything. Big ship. Or big ship. Big ship. I'll kill crab. No crab. Crab not allowed.
Oh, I've won my first campaign of Total Warhammer 3. Well, the long campaign.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh. What were you
First time I've done it. I was basic bitch because I just wanted to win, and I've never won before, so I went High Elves, Tyrion.
Nice.
So, I just kind of stuck around on Elf 1. The followers of Slanesh and the Dark Elves started attacking Elf 1, let them take most of Elf 1, then claimed most of Elf 1 for myself, then annihilated the Slanesh and Dark Elves, and then no one was attacking me, so I built up a really big, very large empire. And then the forces of chaos decided it was time to eliminate me, and they all attacked me from all sides, and I've just been nonchalantly taking over the entire map while pushing them back. It's like, oh, you wanted to attack me? Let me just, send my armies of Sisters of Avalon up to just walk you away. Sisters of Avalon are kind of busted.
Oh, there's the ship.
Oh, we each get one.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought you would build the ship yourself. Aw.
Oh,
I'm
gonna
a
drown.
little. Oh crap.
Oh, you just
I made
teleported
it.
onto the boat.
Well, as far as it said, I climbed up, so. Didn't look
What's
like
yours
much of a
called?
climb, really.
Or does it have a name?
You have a nice little brigadine.
Ooh,
At least you don't start with a sloop.
it's a catch.
We kind of did.
Oh,
And yeah, I think it is a... Yeah, it looks like it is a catch.
Oh, that's what these ones are called, at least. Oh my god, it's so much faster than the little rink-a-dink.
Yep, a catch.
What happens if I slam
Oh,
into the beach and, like, beach it?
Gib-Gab gets the ship. Also Gib-Gab, what happens if I destroy the ship?
For testing purposes, let me go ahead and try it.
So Jits, a little thing that I learnt about Subnautica, you know that little cute air quotes safe area you start in that everyone's like, I don't want to leave the safety of the safe shallows. You do realize that's like the second most dangerous area in the game.
The safe shallows?
Yes, it is one of the most dangerous areas in the game.
Why?
Because of the crash fish and the winding tunnels, and the fact that stalkers eventually come in there, and stalkers are actually harder to avoid than leviathans.
None of them were a problem for me.
Even though you
No.
just have to feed them fish. But as far as like threats you have to be wary of while navigating the area, the safe shallows is one of the most dangerous zones, second only to the active lava zone.
Way up she rises early in the morning. What will
I'm
we
surprised
do
you
with a
don't like the
drunken
sea dragon.
sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way
I mean, I can
up
tell
she
you what I
rises.
do with trinkets. Especially early in the morning.
So where are we going then?
Great question. I have no idea.
Let me check the journal. I'm just gonna sail into the open ocean at a spike.
Oh, we need to go talk to the doctor. Hey up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning. Till he's sober, put him in a longboat. Till he's sober, put him in a longboat. Till he's sober, early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning.
Teleport was so funny. I just looked at your screen and I popped out of this.
Yes, yes, you did. But I ain't teleporting. I finally got this thing and I want to use it for a moment.
Understand.
Terrifying moment when you see someone walk into the teleporter, then as they fade, they scream in what appears to be agony, and yet the person that forms out the other teleporter has no memory as to why.
And they look calm and relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Cue existential dread.
I really hope these aren't going to get me copyrighted.
Oh. Just tell AI to generate you a sea shanty so that way it can't be copyrighted.
This dandy full rigor to London was bound. Way blow the man down. She was very well rigged and very well found. Give me some time to blow.
No, got it. Zim, for his birthday, I think Jits really wants to play some Modicon stream.
And signed on that day.
Maybe
To be
if I
fair-
get my lovely, you know, there's this thing that I really want. So, you know, if you guys want to see that, you know, we can make
What do
it
you
happen. But what I really need and want is the Lego Venator set, which we currently have a fundraiser, you know, tip goal for. So if you guys can, please, by all means, help me get that Venator set.
I will give you everything I have. Proceeds to make gestures of gusting air towards him.
I will give you everything I have, saddles you with that.
I love that. I love that. I was doing some stuff. I was doing a class on like cybersecurity, and I'm not. I know what I'm doing, but I'll admit I'm not the most secure person online because I just don't care. And someone's like, "Why don't you care? What if someone steals your identity?" I'll be like, "Oh no! Whatever will I do? All my debt has been stolen."
I mean, if only it worked like that.
I know, right?
Yeah. At that point, I feel like they'd go to hell and high water to make sure they track down the criminal to get your rightful debt back.
I mean, given how many times I've been robbed and how many times the police have done absolutely nothing about it, I mean, yeah, maybe it'll get them moving.
Okay.
To be
so-
fair, there's not really much you can do about it.
My opinion of the sailing in this game. It's decent. I do prefer having a bit more to do with stuff.
Lead off speed.
Oh, do we not get to play with the sails and the anchor and stuff?
It does not look like it, no.
Aww, that's actually the part of Sea of Thieves that really roped me into the sailing. Damn it.
Yeah, it does not have that kind of stuff, unfortunately. But it still feels good, you know, actually driving the ship.
It
just-
looks Black Flag-esque.
I don't know
Probably the
what
best
that's like.
comparison. I've played it. It's probably a good comparison.
Or Skull and Bones. Though without.
I read a really good non-spoiler review that essentially said despite being a naval game, like centric or centered around your ships, it feels lacking in that aspect. But it's the kind of thing that could easily be fixable over the early access. So if that's
Yeah.
a make or break for you, then it might be worth like keeping an eye on it more so than buying it immediately.
I think I'll get it, honestly. This does look like a game I'd like. Like that the fact that the ship does look a bit like, oh, this kind of just looks like sailing in Black Flag or Skull and Bones. Was a bit but I get that was actually really popular. A lot of people really liked Skull and Bones. And well, no, people didn't like Skull and Bones. People liked Black Flag. People wanted to like Skull and Bones, but what the hell, Ubisoft?
I don't know what Ubisoft did.
Sorry, what was that?
I don't know what they did. I just assumed they did a
Oh. So what they did was... Sorry, go.
Let me go ahead and continue with this first.
Yeah.
The ship
tell
is
you later.
afloat and the crew is ready to sail. We can get out of here. I am afraid that is not possible, Captain. I'll go with the nicer option. What are you talking about? I confess I haven't been completely honest with you, Captain. Do you remember that strange artifact the pirates found on your ship? I took service on your ship for the sole purpose of delivering that artifact to the mainland, at the governor's request. Aw. And once the shipment reached its destination, they'd quietly dispose of me and my crew? We are not pirates, after all. You would have been paid handsomely, and I would have returned to my practice on Tortuga. That is, if there is anything left to return to. We must still recover the artifact, whatever the cost. What's that got to do with me, exactly? You were dead, Captain. A bullet through your heart. Thomas Richards killed you right there on the deck. Trust a physician. No man lives through such a wound. And yet here you are here, walking, talking, and breathing. I'd wager my scalpel it's connected to the artifact Mr. Richards took. How are you so sure? The governor had eyes everywhere, especially among Edward Teach's lackeys. Rumor has it Blackbeard has a similar artifact and uses it to turn men into undead servants. I believe the marks on your body are no disease, but a transformation in effect. None can say how much time you have left. If anything can save you, it's the artifact and its mysterious powers. Alright, let's say I believe you. How do we get it? I asked the rescued sailors. They say Thomas Richards, the pirate who stormed our ship, lies holed up not far from here. He set up a fortified camp in one of the caves. There's only one way in, and the gate is almost always locked. You can get inside if you take the black marks from Richard's lieutenants. They are guarding 2 large jungle camps. Is something troubling you, Doctor? Just before we sailed, I heard John Paul Dogaron, whatever, the government of Tortuga was killed. Then Thomas Richards stormed your ship. The attack was carefully planned. He knew the route, the timing, and even who had the artifact. That means someone betrayed the governor. By God, I want to get my hands on the bastard. Any idea who it might be? Nothing concrete, just suspicion. Governor Dogaron surrounded himself with men he trusted without reservation. I cannot believe one of them would stab him in the back. How did the governor die? Jean-Paul was attacked as he returned from meeting a business associate. Just like with the artifact, the pirates knew exactly where he would be and at what time. Could they have planted a spy close to him? Only a few trusted friends knew about my mission. None of them would have made a deal with Blackbeard. We were bound by our belief in an independent Tortuga, a small corner of freedom amid the world's tyranny. I don't want to accuse anyone without proof. I need a lead, something that points to the traitor, or at least shows how he passed information to the pirates. Maybe there's something at Richard's camp. I'm good with this. Oh, and then I asked him and he gave me a potion. How dare you, Seamus?
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, so yeah, keep going. What Ubisoft did. So basically, Black Flag was supposed to. You lost someone?
Raijin's going to bed. One moment, I'll be right back.
Basically, Skull and Bones was supposed to be like Black Flag, like a game just built around basically what you did with Black Flag, but with less of the Assassin's Creed stuff, more of the ship stuff. And they did that, and in all their early access releases, you played the game and it was actually really fun. You know, you went through the stories where you went around and explored the map and got all the ports and, like, you know, did all these missions and went out on hunting, you know, sea monsters and doing ghost stories and solving puzzles and stuff and doing a lot of sea battles and taking on the military and blah, 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 blah. It was all a lot of fun. And then you get to the end game, and suddenly it's like, oh, so the gameplay loop completely changes. Now you're a drug runner. Your entire gameplay loop is go here, buy thing, go here, turn it to drugs, go here, sell drugs. Oh, and when you're moving to sell drugs, you'll probably be attacked. And the whole game devolved into that. And then it came out with season passes. And it was like, oh, now you could get... But, like, also it's worth noting that when you got there, suddenly the ships you had to fight were, like, way higher level than you. And there was no more way to really climb levels. So you were kind of like... the only way to get the better ships was through the season pass. And to do the season pass was really, really grindy. Like, really grindy. Like, you had to play for, like, 12 hours a day to get, like, 2 levels. And there was, like, you had to get to level 100 before you even got anything. So it was just kind of one of those, okay, so this is really grindy. The gameplay loop is really boring compared to, like, all the game leading up to the end game. And they just kind of left it at that. And then they were just going on about how they're just going to, how great the end game is and how they're just going to keep making it more of what it is. And it's like, holy crap, it sucks. It sucks. It's literally fetch quests.
I love Ubisoft.
It's like, what do we make the replay value on effectively what we were designing to be a pirate MMO? Oh, the replay value is endless fetch quests with like wait times.
Endless fetch quests are not even the good kind of fetch.
So that was kind of why it was like, if you liked Black Flag, Skull and Bones is fun for the journey to endgame. Like, it's really fun for the journey to endgame. It's just, once you got to endgame, it just kind of fizzled.
Falls apart.
Yeah.
Bleh. That's weird.
I think their servers got taken down in the end. I think they took down their servers for Black Flag in the end.
What a surprise. Ship
Yeah, I don't even have it on my Steam library anymore, so I think they must have closed down the game.
Bro. Okay, that's just the coward move. Ubisoft has I know Ubisoft has a bad track record. My personal grievance is with this little World War II RTS I really love called Ruse.
Skull and Bones is still around. Sorry, it is
okay, I
still
was
around.
about to be like, because the game they've done it before was with that game, Ruse. They completely took it off the Steam page. You cannot buy the game anymore. The keys to the game have risen in price and are like $200-300 per key now. Because you just can't buy the game. And I still have it on my Steam library. You just can't buy it, so it's a dead game and will die eventually. I'll do my very best to keep it on my end, but dear goodness. And of course, it's a Ubisoft thing. You okay, Sam?
Right. Oh, he's back?
No, just assume he stepped away.
Yeah, he did. He said he said he stepped away when Rajan went. He said he'd be right back.
I didn't listen.
Perhaps. Too busy thinking about Reaper Leviathans.
No, I was too busy thinking about how to put cannons on the ship. I'm gonna craft this really quick. I don't think you mind. Does this only work outdoors? We can deconstruct it afterwards. Fine.
Okay, good night, Ido. Sleep well. Maybe I'll play some Final Fantasy.
It's not a bad idea.
I have 40 more leveling roulettes to do till I can upgrade my weapon. Yay.
Okay, I was able to try this quietly, so nobody will know. I just went and checked. You can deconstruct things for exactly as much as they cost, so he can just move this without yelling at me. Perfect.
Ah, cool. So it's got full refund crafting.
Yes. Or construction, which I really like. I do not like the one.
I like it when in games where resources are unlimited anyway.
Okay. Like, to me, it's one of two extremes. Either you stick to the bit hard in scarcity, or you don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm back. Good
Well,
night,
that's kind of what
Ido.
I think too.
It's kind of what's hard.
And that's him back, I think.
I placed down like the shipwright thing just to see that is how we're gonna get cannons, so we can get cannons on the ship. Yay. Like I was telling Kura, you can just move it if you want to place it somewhere else, so just place it inside the big thing. Or you can just deconstruct it and then move it.
Ah, I see.
E.
Where did you put it?
It's inside the building because it has to be under a roof. If you enter the building, it's on the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's okay for now.
Okay.
Boarding party
good.
gear.
Ooh. Yes! Another mine. This one has copper deposit. We need copper, right?
Yeah, we need a lot of copper.
Do you want to mine, or do you want me to just spend all night mining?
Go ahead and mine.
I shall bring you unlimited copper. Captain. What are you calling your navy?
That is a great question.
Because, like, I don't want to call you, like, a captain of the Royal Navy, you know? That sounds cringe.
A wonderful question. I have not thought of that.
The
Definitely
Great
not
Dukin?
wrong.
I
Transformation.
can feel the death glaggers.
It is transformation.
Understandable?
And something to do with that. I don't know.
I really appreciate that you can pretty much build anywhere, because it means whatever weird issue I encounter, I can just build around it.
That is
Oh,
very
I
nice.
can't reach up to hit the rocks on the roof. Let me just build a little thing. I'm about to try at least. Because that's copper that could be good. No, I don't want to miss that copper.
Ah, that's where I have to place this. Okay. Building options. Okay, fine, game. I'll get on the little dinghy. Move it out a bit.
Now you're so insulted by having to use the dinghy.
Well, yeah.
It's beneath a pirate of your station.
I am also insulted by the size of this. It is slightly... It is one square bigger than what the door is.
Bruh. You know what? That's gonna be my one minor hyperfixation on games like these, which I just do not understand, right? I appreciate the, like, either voxel-based or, like, grid-based construction that's just kind of hidden by not openly showing it. But you know what the advantages of just, like, making your blocks and your bricks and constructions and voxels very modular and standard? Even though they lose a little bit of the flexibility of, like, just having kind of weird shaped buildings, it gives you ultimately the biggest freedom to just be able to build things.
Uh-huh.
So, like, what I'm saying is make your things like squares, and let me just build from the squares.
I mean, we've seen the kind of craziness people pull off with these.
Yep.
Also,
Um,
because if you want more fidelity, you just make it bigger.
That too.
Hi, Demon. If you want to join the stream, the voice, you are welcome to.
Oh, I was in a cave. That was creepy.
What's up?
I'm in a cave. That was creepy. I'm scared. I revealed that I was scared and you just laugh. Why did I leave my... I'm taking my necklace of endurance back next time I go mining.
I mean, Demon enjoyed the fact that you were scared as well.
Nice gaming. He was just a chaotic little bean sometimes.
Demon is a cute little bean.
Both can be true. I'm a chaotic little bean and you always call me cute.
Because you are.
Exactly.
Kuroy is also cute.
Meow.
But enough Kura is chaotic. I feel like Kura is
Wow.
naughty.
Meow.
In a good way.
Oh. Oh, I was going outside the range of the fire, I see. Very well.
Local Marten surprised by going outside for the first time. Oh, I was going outside.
Outside the range of the bonfire.
Since when do we include context in these equations? That's a lot of drowned. Oh, come on. Okay, the armored drown are like low-key kind of BS. The fact they like just ignore your freaking like stun or whatever is mildly grating. I don't like it. I look away for 5 seconds and come back and you've built up here. What the fuck's in? Are you okay?
Yes, why?
I'm just gonna go back to mining.
I want to have a nice place for us to bring our ships to.
You're making it really big.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, our ships are kind of small. Are you sure you're not, like, overbuilding?
No, I'm planning for the future here.
Uh-huh.
I
understand.
assume we're going to get bigger ships.
Hope so. I kind of assume that they're going to be probably similarly sized because I get the feeling that they're gonna do the Sea of Thieves, like, you know, you get a small, medium, big ship, and this is either the small or the medium ship.
I don't know, but I do know that we are absolutely getting multiple. We are absolutely going to be able to have a fleet.
Oh.
I discovered that because it mentioned that you can summon your flagship, and you wouldn't have a flagship unless you can have more than one ship.
I mean, they're not wrong, I think, hopefully.
Also, Demon!
Give me one.
Demon. You are a precious being. You are loved and appreciated and absolutely precious. Thank you for being our friend.
I'm getting very lucky today.
Me too. I got to speak
Yeah.
with you.
You got to hang out with Gib Gab. Super lucky.
Just sure.
Wow. I see how it is. Okay.
Yes, that is good too. Well, it just meant the fact that my net hasn't dropped out yet.
Touché.
I'm actually able to play an online game. Wow.
Oh.
Usually you do that quietly, Kip Gab, on stream.
That's not. I'm gonna hit you. I'm dealing with like 5 drowned in a tight cave. It's
Oh
hard.
my. Oh my.
They're hard, okay?
Gib Gab, we do not need to know about that.
Why are you all
Not
like
on
this?
stream.
Bonks for the lot of y'all.
You're the one saying all this.
Your
We're
mom.
just reacting to the perfectly reasonable reactions to the words you are saying.
Your mom.
What about her? She's dead inside and soulless.
Just like you. Making
Well-
fun of me while I'm struggling, outnumbered.
Wow.
Against these monsters.
Did you just say I was like my mom?
Cry.
Damn.
No, the only person like your mom is Mala.
Damn. Poor Mala. I don't know if they deserve that.
Not enough. As in, it's not enough.
Build, 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 build.
Fly the science guy.
I wish I had watched Bill Nye the Science Guy as a kid.
Well, that's fun. I remember liking it. I think the thing I've eventually ended up respecting more than anything about him is that like he just genuinely seems to care about like science education, not just like, you know, oh, I make the funny science show, I make money, but like a genuine care for the sciences and teaching them.
Well,
And
yeah,
the funny-
he kind of made it his whole career.
Yeah, but sometimes you get like science educators who kind of are just in it for the paycheck, which may not be a lot given the field.
That's
like-
fair, but I think the thing that made Bill Nye's show so good was the fact that he is a legitimate scientist just trying to teach kids the basic of the scientific method.
Because like,
But
and
Gibgab's point is that he is an anomaly and not the norm in that.
not an anomaly.
Fair enough.
In that manner, like I think it's not just that he cares. It's also that like, because I think a lot of times scientists will care a lot about their fields, their like the sciences as a whole. But I think there is a very difficult thing to teach a lot of times, which is like science communication. Like that's the whole modern field where you're seeing a lot of educators focus not just on teaching, but on communicating. And like if you go to a lot of like Bill Nye's like activism currently or like the things he does, you'll often see the common thread of him being like, yeah, I think we should prioritize teaching the sciences. Yeah, I support this motion to like teach space science more, to like influence astronomy and the like in the classrooms. And on one hand, I can understand why some people are put off by it, but it's exactly the kind of action that I love seeing from science communicators, where they're like aggressively reaching out and pushing forward the things they care about and believe in. That like later on in life has made me go like, wow, he wasn't just like, you know, he wasn't just in it for the money or the show or the fame. He actually did care about this as a whole. And it's not an anomaly within scientists. Like I think a lot of times they kind of get bad rep for, you know, being obnoxious hyperfixators in their field, which is completely justifiable because that's what they spend their whole life studying. But you kind of get that like different feel of this guy wanted to teach kids because he wanted to teach people like to love and understand the sciences. And that's something that I think not a lot of science communicators get across, right? They'll get across like the love for their field or the love for like what they
They'll get the
particularly
love
care
for
about.
a science, not for the scientific method.
Exactly. And that's and it doubly explains itself. And like I've heard criticisms of like Bill Nye is like, oh wow, look at him. He didn't like what did he ever do was like a big scientific achievement. Like he's not a Nobel Prize winner or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but that's not what he's doing.
That wasn't what he. Yeah, there is a problem where a lot of those scientific educators who do try to do that get a little ostracized by some of the more elitist members of the scientific community because they don't take them as serious scientists because, you know, they're not releasing these published papers. But to be honest, that's kind of stupid. That's academia. That's not science.
Mm-hmm. And like, I understand that academia and science have like their own complex relationship, and it can kind of go both ways, right? But like
They do.
to me,
You're right. Okay.
I don't know that actually. Yeah, they do, but like they have to kind of coexist as well, right?
Because usually the academia is usually where is the best place to learn the sciences more specifically, but it's just that academia itself can breed a brand of elitism that's a little obnoxious.
And on the flip side, like academia is where you will probably find the people who will change the future in their own ways. Like these are the people who you'll be like, oh, what did you do? Oh, I was doing some research into like the bacteria in our oceans, and I discovered a bacteria that can actually eat plastic, and we can use it to clean the oceans within like 10 years. And you're gonna be like, wow, okay, that's sick.
Yeah, usually it's one of those things where there tends to be a degree of we allow people who excel to get a bit wrapped up in that academia because it's how they manage to excel, and they have very big brains that kind of we can benefit if we let them excel.
And it's doubly good because like a lot of times when you get to like that bigger point in academic fields, then there's few like it's funny because it's not that they're the only people on Earth who care about it or like the only people who get to that level. Like there's, I think sometimes there's a misconception of like, yeah, you're the only expert in your field at this thing. Like there's obviously dozens if not hundreds of experts, but you probably have like the turbo autism for a specific thing within your specific field.
But there is also the scientific, the academic community is very, very competitive. So when you're getting up into that stuff, it's usually if you're not the best, then you should be trying to beat the best, and it's not a fun attitude to live in.
Nope. That's why I think the healthy thing is still for them to like engage with academia primarily, because like it puts them up with people who are at like their level of knowledge in those fields.
Yes.
And it's healthy to like make sure they don't, just never checked, or that they don't have that kind of competition or drive to like improve or learn.
Bill described himself as an engineer.
Actually not like, yeah, that's not inaccurate.
I mean, an engineer is actually, as much as many scientists will, you'll get some snobby scientists will disagree, engineering is a science.
Well, it shares a lot of like the fundamentals of science. Like it's why like
you use a lot of physics and all.
Yeah,
it is the application of science.
I saw this really good interview with a physicist who said that in a funny way, like a lot of physicists often get hired as scientists because it's not just that the at least in his specific field, it's not just that the things have a lot of overlap in knowledge. A lot of times what you end up learning in like your bachelor's and even up to your master's is oftentimes like how to learn or how to adapt, how to absorb more knowledge, and that's a lot more valuable in both fields than it is just know things. And the overlap helps a lot. And like, yeah,
but, I mean, it is, well, I guess it's not, I guess you can't, I mean, it is an application of science, but I guess engineering is not a field of scientific research, but it's definitely a STEM.
Yes.
Like, it is a STEM field. And because it's a STEM field, it's in that same sort of echelon.
I do think engineers are like, sometimes I feel like they get a little big for their boots and saying, haha, I'm an engineer, which is really funny.
At the same time, though, look at an engineer surrounded by a bunch of people with scientific degrees and look how they treat the engineer.
Yeah. It's, right, like it's very annoying because both of them realistically are kind of in the same boat in different ways.
And they both
like,
hate
each
other.
Yes.
They both hate each other, and the thing is that they both kind of depend on each other. It's because one is literally the application of the other. So it's like,
like I have family members who are like engineers, and oftentimes you'll see their project is like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm working on helping to design the new metro system for the city. And it's like, oh, that's impressive. And they're working in a team of like 40 engineers, and then they'll bring in like a physicist to double check the math and like a couple of like consulting firms, and they're like, oh, actually, yeah, we need to like fix this, because to a degree the amount of differences in the jobs can be very intense, and you get into like the weeds, and it's like, oh, did you know that a lot of engineers oftentimes spend more time looking at the rules than they do the actual thing they're about to do? because a lot of times engineering is also about working within the constraints of the rules, not just about the thing you're doing. Or like a really good example of this is if you've ever seen Formula One races. Sure, I think they're a little bit whatever. The amount of engineering that goes into their vehicles, the regulations that they have to deal with is insane. And it literally becomes a case of like, are you cheating? Well, it's not cheating if it's within the rules. Yeah, but like, realistically speaking, are you cheating? Yes, then you're doing your job right. If the FIA looks at your car and goes, that's way too good, we're banning it next year, you did your job. But then like, who allowed the perfect development of like 3D printed carbon fibers to put in the wings of the car that then allowed you to basically break the rules without breaking the rules? Yeah, that was a major scientific paper research in the university on material sciences. That wasn't like the engineer himself doing the discovery. So that's very different applications, even when like you're getting into how they apply their knowledge in the field. And it's just good to have both. It's healthy.
I just think it's cool how talking about 3D printing. I still love that the best fidelity 3D printer is still like the first 3D printer that was designed.
Really?
Well, because the way it works is it actually works by it has a liquid polymer that you shine a laser into and you skim the laser across it, the surface. And where the light passes is the resin solidifies. And because of that, you can make basically replicas of skeletons so exact that it will have the plastic thin enough to replicate the movement of ligaments and joints.
All right, so where's the catch? That are we abandoning it because like costs? Is it like too complex?
Oh, it's low and it's expensive.
I can figure.
But it's like you've probably picked up some things that have been printed with it. Like, have you ever had like those fake flowers where it's like the flower petals are that really thin plastic that's just silky smooth?
Nope. I'm not sure I buy flowers too often, actually.
Fake flowers are often 3D printed in them.
That I didn't know. That's cool.
It looks really cool when you watch it, though. It's like you look at the 3D printers we make now, and they're just like this mechanical arm that moves back and forth, very robotic. It's very cool. But then you look at it, and it's like, wow, am I in the future? Because it's like this box with lasers scanning while you see this thing slowly rising out of the resin. It's like, holy crap.
No, it actually makes sense because, like, I think a lot of 3D printer development efforts have gone into, like, making them more easily accessible. But there is always that war of, like, you make compromises to get it to print faster and smoother and be easier to use and maintain. But I'm going to...
You can get smaller home versions of that 3D printer style, and they're actually usually not that much more expensive. The problem is, though, is that the polymer is a little bit pricier. But the big one is it, again, what would probably take like 3 hours in a standard 3D printer is going to take like a day in it. But it'll be very pretty for a day while you're seeing all the fancy laser light show happening in your office.
I can probably like raise the wager that those are probably used in like a lot of industrial applications for like very high-end 3D printing needs.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He made himself squeak.
Oh my god, Geeman.
Oh.
That's so silly. I am stuck. I unstuck myself. But yeah, my point to it all was generally just gonna be that I learned to appreciate Bill Nye a lot more when I realized that there are so many people in this world that genuinely are not interested in learning like the sciences. And I don't just mean like, oh haha, you must learn how to read a research paper. I mean like a Google curiosity, like a genuine care or curiosity for the sciences, whether it be something like archaeology, history, because those are still scientific fields.
It's so what that is so that's something that I don't know. I think that a lot of people do actually have that. It's just it doesn't seem to be fostered in many people. It's probably one of the few things I'm very thankful for my dad for. He spent a lot of time trying to foster a scientific curiosity in us.
Yeah.
So, you know,
The-
it's a trait that I don't think is fostered enough, but I think it's one that everyone has inside them. It's just whether they seek it
Oh.
or learn to seek it.
yeah, like
That's
when
one.
I mean,
That is one thing that I personally have been kind of. It's a point that I've made a few times in the past. Of that question of how many geniuses, like genuine prodigies, are out there in the world that just do not get a chance because nobody gives them that chance. Nobody gives them the opportunity or foster that curiosity there.
It's very good question, and it's also very valid because it's important to remember there's more than one type of curiosity that can be fostered. Because, you know, there's the curiosity for the sciences, there's the curiosity for music and art, there's curiosity for, you know, lots of different things. But the idea is you're not wrong, and that's kind of the fundamental flaw with a lot of modern education systems. Well, to be honest, with every education system. I'd love to say it's just modern, but it's just the flaw with education as a whole is that it's literally how do we get a standard of education to everyone to allow those who, you know, could revolutionize the way we see things. You know, how can we make them flourish? Especially because there is this attitude of, you know, oh, but what about those who aren't as gifted in that society? Like, you know, what about those who don't tend to excel as much when all we do is create all the opportunities to allow those who do to shine? And it's like, well, I feel that the problem is there is you're looking at it as a zero-sum game. The problem is apes together strong. If we can get some people good and strong, if we can make our best minds have the best opportunities, then, you know, we as a whole society benefits. We get cool new technologies, we get advancements, and also we get some really good movies and culture, and yeah, it's great.
well, actually, I was gonna raise an even more important point, which is I think like the question itself that you asked oftentimes underlies one of the other big issues in modern education, which is like not just what Curry said, like the idea of like gifted people or like geniuses and whatnot. It does have some validity in that, like, there are some people who are just kind of built different, right? Like, you see those people and you're like, yeah, their brain is just wired differently.
Yeah.
But to a degree, I don't
bet you're Einstein, but they're rare.
That's the thing. I don't often think of them as, like, they are necessarily, like, the one in a million. I actually think a lot more people are...
Jimmond_ is watching the sip water.
I do think a lot more people are actually at that level. Like, a lot more people just need a little push to be the next Einstein, to be the next, like, Picasso. And it doesn't really take someone, like, built different. Because a lot of times these people were shaped by their environment in, like, different ways. And, you know, it's like they had the right mentor at the right age. They had the right interest at the right time. They read the right book. Their parents encouraged the right interest, took them to the right school. And when you trace back like a lot of those people's lives, like what drove them, what inspired them, it can come down to like, oh, how was this guy so good at like economics that he basically modeled an economic system a century too early? Well, it turns out like putting him in the right position, giving him the right books, the right education, and then he had the drive to push forward with that. And I don't expect everyone to be like that, but I think at least like with education, we can reach a spot where everyone can have that opportunity to develop. And I don't think it takes a lot of difficulty. Largely, I think education just needs like more resources. That's like a huge chunk of it.
So that's all well and good, and I would agree with you. The question is though, we've got to get. Oh, we've lost someone.
I just
Right.
moved,
Bye.
ran out.
Sleep.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. There's the issue of, we've got to get institutions that can pay the teachers to have supply them with the resources to be able to raise that many children, because how do we give everyone that opportunity? There is so many people, like there are billions of us, literally. And there is always more children than adults. So how do we give them all a fair education and resources?
That's both a difficult question to answer, but I do feel like it's one of those we genuinely, I think, just don't try enough. And I think we would get far closer to that goal with a lot less resources than we think if we were willing to try.
I don't think that it's something that hasn't been tried. I think it's something that we are constantly trying to improve. And what we have now isn't great, and it needs to be improved on. I'm not saying that it's not needing work at all, but I think it's better than it has been. We're moving in the right direction slowly.
I'm more referring to, like, things in general. For example, like, take streaming. I am one of the lucky few that is able to actually continue streaming and have it as my job. I am in, like, single-digit percentage of that. If not less. Yeah. But it's kind of like that, like how many artists are out there, like Raijin, for example. He would love to dedicate more time to art, but he can't because he's got to work for the man and actually make a living.
Wow. And so this will get to some. Sorry, I'll let you finish, but I have thoughts on this.
It's one of those things of how many others out there, like how many we could have any of us could be the next, Beethoven, and we never know because we don't have a piano in front of us. Things like that. And not just that, but also, the sciences, like GibCab, I am certain that you could do some amazing things in the sciences if you were given the ability to actually get anywhere with it. I see how curious your mind is. I see how much you think through things and the frankly impressive ideas that you've come up with and such. Like, genuinely, I think you'd have a wonderful position in some field of science. There's also the likes of Seda, who at least did have the opportunity to go to college and such to, pursue bioscience, but he's not able to get a job in the field to actually continue pursuing it. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about.
You're just like...
What? You got an issue with all this?
No, I'm pretty sure we both just have things to say. To start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wish to say, first of all, welcome to post-economy, the dream of AI. But it's all going topsy-turvy and being used the wrong way. Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, like, in a sense, this is where I largely agree with you in the previous statement that I made, where it's like, I think if you want to go for like the term exceptional, I think there are more people in our world who are exceptional than we even really give credit for. Because like that's why I don't even like to use like, oh, you're a genius, you're a prodigy. I think everyone is more than capable of contributing to our world in very good ways.
I would love to agree with you, Gab.
Most
However, after 15 years of a combination of working in labs and working in customer service, I can tell you there is a large portion of the human population who are just dull as a post.
Okay, yes and no. Like that's where I that's where my optimistic side falls into like, yes, and you're correct. I sometimes stare at people and I go, how do you breathe? But sometimes I have to give them the benefit of the doubt. I look at it and I go like, okay, this person does not know how to install a program. What the fuck are they? And I look them up on LinkedIn. I look up their name and I look up their resume. I look up what they've done. And it's like, oh, actually, they're like a well-studied, well-educated person. Okay, maybe they're just bad at computers.
This is
They
not
must
their.
have something to them.
This is not their field of what is the term? Autistic weaponized autism.
Yeah, like I know there are
See,
people who are just like,
you can claim that, but no, there are also some people who just are literal. Okay, what did they do? They graduated high school. They had no interest in doing anything other than, you know, being someone who got a job that was nice and easy as a tradie. And they just kind of coasted the rest of their life. No real drive, no real desire to do anything. Happy with just living in their own little ignorance bubble. That is actually, I know more people like that than I know like you.
again, I understand because to me, there's always that little like part of me that goes like, I don't like this. Like this very sentiment among people is one of the things I really dislike. That there is no, no drive for improvement or even like self-important of self-improvement. Because if they were like, yeah, I don't care about my professional development, but I like learning things. I like learning history. I like learning things, and I could be like, you know what? They may not be the person who changes the world, but we don't all need to be. Like they can just be their own person, right? And I know there's people who are just like, no.
There's nothing wrong with them being who they are, but I'm not going to sit here and say these people are geniuses who I trust what they told me with a 10-foot pole. I trust what they told me is probably something they read on social media that they've decided is true.
But I also do think a lot of those people would benefit from a system that either encourages them to just laze around and do nothing and no harm comes to them or others, or at the very least, because I do believe there are a lot of people who, like, if given an opportunity, may still pursue something else. Like, even through that all, that, maybe in their mid 30s, they have a change of heart and they decide they actually want to pursue something or they want to change something. And it's never too late in life, like someone in their mid 30s might end up actually doing
Correct.
something important or good with their life. Even someone in their 50s, like I knew someone who for most of her life, she was like a bit of a lost person. And then in her 50s, she's like, I want to fix my life.
That's fair, but I think there is some wisdom to the fact that, people can change, yes, but most people stay the miserable bastards they were their whole lives.
You're not wrong. I think...
But I have seen people change, but I don't think it's the... I think it's the anomaly, not the common factor. Everyone can change, but most people choose not to.
My general part of belief in there just comes down to, I think most of these people are, to a degree, created by some incentive or another. Like, there is some part of society that has, to some extent, failed them or not provided them a resource they could have used or needed. And, like, this is the optimistic part of me that wants to go, like, with the right push, the right direction, the right incentive. Even if they're not the greatest person ever, maybe they can still do something. Like, they can still reach somewhere, go somewhere, worth going.
I think I'm a little too much of a... I like people. I hate mankind. People are great. I've met some people who are absolutely wonderful, but as a whole, I think our species is a bit of a dropkick.
You're probably not entirely wrong. But yeah, to me, like, I just think if we generally give people more opportunities and more chances, I think we would see a much better world on average. And even like to the tune of like we are trying. I mean, yeah, but oftentimes we take 3 steps forward, 10 steps backward on the road to get to like the 15 steps forward, and it's a huge mess. And things are improving.
It's-
That's what gives me
it's-
hope for the future.
It's also worth noting, it's like, no, there is no real person in charge. We're all just kind of fumbling through, trying to work out what the heck we're all doing. So it's like, yeah, there's lots of ideas of how to make it better, but, you know, how do we get those ideas to the right places? And also, how do we get people to listen to those ideas?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who don't want to change, because why revolutionize an entire system if it somewhat works? Because if it just somewhat works, well, that's much less effort to do than have to, you know, revolutionize the entire system. So it's not only getting the good ideas out there, but getting people who care enough about it to actually do something about it.
That to me is like the death of the modern world in many ways. Like to me, the ultimate enemy of it all is just that apathy that I've seen so many people have walked over.
Gib Gab, I need a lot more plant fiber, but
I'm already getting one.
maybe go a bit further away, because we've kind of wiped out a lot of this natural stuff right here. But I do like to have the trees nearby.
I figured we'd be
The
building.
place is going bold.
At least for now. I might build more
Can you plant
later out
trees?
there, but yeah,
Yes.
but you don't get you're not guaranteed a seed for every plant, unfortunately.
Yep.
Or
Well,
for
yes,
every
but you
tree.
can always get seeds elsewhere and replant your forest.
But seeds are a little rare. Like we haven't gotten that many seeds
Ah.
anymore.
We've chopped down a bunch of trees, and I think we've gotten like 3 seeds altogether.
Fair
Mhm.
enough.
But yeah,
Also, to answer your question, Geemond, I don't have an exact vision in mind for this. Like this floor, I'm thinking will be kind of the where I put a bunch of beds. And then I want to have a big lookout tower high up. That's what I'm currently working on.
And yes, Gib Gab, you're right. That apathy is kind of, yeah. My issue is I think it's kind of, I see it everywhere, and it seems I'm not necessarily giving to that apathy, but it's like I see it as a hurdle, and I'm sitting there going, I literally do not have the resources to overcome this hurdle.
that's that's what I was gonna like to loop it all around. That's what makes me respect people like Bill Nye in the end, where like they kind of just don't give up at the end. Like I think a lot of them are cognizant that like that is the ultimate enemy of like if you want people's curiosity and the sciences and whatnot to die, giving up to the system's like apathy or giving up and no longer trying to encourage or inspire these people, that is how you get the end of like progress. That's how you get like civilization to die, if you will. And the fact that they're still out there arguing and fighting for it, knowing that it's not futile, but it's a very uphill battle, and that every time they make a speech or present a point or make an argument, there's 15 people yelling at them about how it's impossible, even though factually it's possible, or things could be better. And people are like, no, they can't. We should go back to rocks and stones instead of like microwaves. But,
Yeah, it's important to keep, encouraging critical thought, encouraging people to question, but, not just... There's a difference between questioning and... What's the word I would put? What's it? There's like a hostile version of questioning you get sometimes. Where it's like people are... Well... Even criticizing you can do positively. But it's more you're asking someone stupid, impossible questions about things that. It's a way of. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the examples. It's like, when people talk bad about cryptozoologists, and then it's like, yeah, and then look at all the deep sea marine life that exists thanks to cryptozoology, that we found thanks to cryptozoology. But, is cryptozoology a field of science? Well, I'd say it's a field of study and research. I wouldn't say it's a field of science. Because you start with a hypothesis and then work to find it, as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah, it just that's like kind of where it can get like messy. Where I wholeheartedly would agree that I think there are fields of study that may seem dumb, but I still think they're worth studying because I don't think anything is beyond worth studying. Like, as a really good
people
example.
laugh at SETI. People laugh at SETI, but honestly, I think SETI's not stupid. There is validity to having SETI.
I have no idea what that is.
Search for extraterrestrials. It's they basically are the people who are like, oh, that's the job that is like, boring. What do we do now?
I personally very much believe that there has to be other life out there. I don't think we're ever going to actually meet.
Oh, it is absolutely foolish to believe that we are the only life in the universe.
Yeah,
it is arrogant to its finest. But I think, given how vast the universe is and what we currently understand with physics, we're more likely to find the remains of very long extinct civilizations than we are to find active civilizations.
The thing with a lot of those like kind of fields of study that I do think they kind of bring onto themselves, to be fair, is that like they seek that recognition and validity oftentimes so hard that they lose the plot. Like it's the like, you can take some of them seriously, but then it's like you go to a cryptozoologist video account or whatever, like someone, and it's like, oh, what do you study? Oh, back when they started, they actually found this really cool new development in like this American mountain range that has barely been studied, and they found like this stupid new form of like crab or whatever that was abandoned, ancient, and was giant or whatever, and you're like, okay, that's cool. And then you come look at them and, they've been working at this for 30 years and they keep saying that the Loch Ness Monster is real and Bigfoot is real. And you realize, and that's where I draw the main criticism. A lot of them were never really scientists. They were pretending to be. They were using the veil of science to try to advance whatever their idea is instead of genuinely looking for the cause. Because this is the main criticism. And the main criticism that I give is that, like you said, academia and science can be very competitive. Sometimes to its detriment in adopting new ideas. But if tomorrow they found the Loch Ness Monster, scientists would kill each other for a chance to write the first research paper about it.
You're not wrong.
I guarantee it. This is, to me, the issue of a lot of the pseudosciences or crypto sciences is that they default to saying that, oh, well, they don't respect us because we're not real scientists. We are presenting real evidence, and you're not. Like, you're not presenting actual scientifically valid evidence. You don't have a proper theory.
It's because I always describe it as it's the whole point of the science is you look at the facts and you develop a theory. And that theory is supported by your facts. The problem with a lot of pseudosciences, like cryptozoology, is they start with a theory and then look for the facts to support it.
Mm-hmm. And
they very much work backwards.
Honestly, the problem with that is actually faith, not science.
The field most guilty of it is the field that I hate so much that it's that way. It's the paranormal, where they're like, we found evidence, we were looking for ghosts, therefore it must be a ghost. Like that's always the exact conclusion that's derived. And it sucks, because I don't think it's like a useless field of study. I think it's fine to like have a few people working on this kind of stuff, because even if you don't discover paranormal, to me the ultimate argument is we should always remain open to these ideas, because you never know what may be found through their lens of study.
Correct, but I feel that how can I put this? I have never seen any reason to believe in the spiritual. I have heard lots of people tell me stories of people who have given reasons to be spiritual, and people who have told me direct stories of things that have made them feel spiritual. I usually can understand them because I felt emotionally what they're feeling, or what they tell me, and I understand it as more of an emotional human psychology thing. And I get it, but I don't. That's not me. I am. But having said that, I actually don't like the word supernatural, because if a ghost suddenly, if ghosts were real and we just discovered they existed in a spectrum we weren't seeing in, that's not supernatural. They were always there. That's just natural. We're just now more aware.
And that's like one of the kind of big funny things in the end that like, and again, this is why I always struggle so much with that argument that like we're just not respected by mainstream academia, or they refuse to accept the real facts. If you were to present solid, undeniable evidence of it, you would have billions of dollars lining up immediately to like for your studies.
Yeah, the
And
thing,
you know,
the thing that you gotta remember is that when you're trying to come up with something, your goal is to prove it wrong.
yes,
That's how it
Correct.
works. You come up with your theory of what is going on, and then you try to prove that wrong.
yeah,
Not prove it right.
It's not only, well, to be fair, the thing is science actually can't disprove things. It can only prove things.
you can offer a better alternative, basically.
Yes.
Like, I could say, oh, look at this evidence we found of ghosts, but it will only be bulletproof if you as a scientist take the effort to go, what are all the possible other alternatives that are better than my explanation? And if you
Yes.
manage to find something where there truly is no better explanation, there you go. You hit the nail on the head. You can actually go to like a conference and present it and have a bunch of people laugh at you, and then you look at the horror in their faces and they realize you've always been right and you're not actually a crank. But you have to get to that step.
But then also there's the fact of, you know, you'll also have to not just prove that it's something now, but you'll have to never stop questioning, is that a ghost? Because that is something that so shifts our current paradigm of understanding. There is also the point to be made of, well, if we can't find anything and that's our only explanation, then maybe there's more for us to look at that we're not seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it's like, so there might be a new force or a new thing we need to discover. And so, like, yes, for now we might say it's ghosts, but it's important not to accept that's it as our final understanding. It's like, you know, when we understood that things were made of cells, we didn't stop looking there. We kept going deeper and deeper. We don't just assume that something's the smallest. We don't assume the atom is the smallest. In fact, now we know it's not, and we don't assume that the particles inside it are necessarily the smallest. So,
Or that they behave normally.
yeah, or that they behave normally. It's one of those, what is it? Astrophysics is learning. All of physics is basically learning that reality is not magic. And then quantum physics is learning that everything is just basically magic.
You look at a black hole and you're like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. And then you like look at quantum mechanics and you go, that doesn't make sense either. So what makes sense?
It's like there's this point where everything just stops lining up and becomes weird.
And like this specifically is why I reject the fundamental like anti-science view that like something just isn't true, period. But I also don't like to say like, oh yeah, they are equally valid. Like if you're gonna tell me here is your new like quack theory on ghosts and human development of intelligence based on like ghostery and ectoplasm, I'm gonna be like, okay, and then turn around and look at real science. Like that's where I draw the line of like, all right, you have nothing to say if you can't actually try to prove or disprove yourself.
Yeah.
But I also don't ever want to remain close-minded to it because I think that's also equally unscientific. They're not
Correct.
just because something is not valid at the moment does not make it ever like untrue or permanently untrue.
Yes,
But everything
because
within
it
its
can.
own-
Because again, science can't actually disprove anything. You know, a lot of people talk about, science can't exist with religion, and I say, well, actually, why? It can. Because unless your religion outwardly, tells you to defy science, which is usually when a religion devolves to myth.
Yeah.
Then, there is no reason that you both can't coexist. You can be a person of faith and a scientist. In fact, if you look through history, a lot of the most prolific scientists through history were devout Christians or Muslims.
Or Jews.
I mean, heck,
Or Jews, yes, or Jews.
like a lot of Indian and or like just you can say Hindu, but I'll just say like people in the Middle East, the Indian subcontinent, they were some of the world's most advanced mathematicians and scientists for the time.
Yes, the
Brilliant.
golden age of scientific development happened in the Middle East.
Yeah. And nowadays, like, if you just want to go through nowadays, yeah, sure, you can reasonably argue that, like, Europe, the US, China, Japan, like, the developed countries are the centers of scientific learning, but you still get so many developments in so many other countries that, like, even if you want to say, like, yeah, the most advanced developments are going to happen in the country with the most resources, the most money, a lot of the scientists don't come from there or didn't even grow up there. You have a lot of people who migrate to these places because they are able to fund those researches. But you'll just as readily see, like, oh, who is this scientist? Yeah, they're like a Venezuelan petrochemical scientist who discovered a new fracking technique.
Nationalization has nothing to do with your scientific. Your nationality has absolutely nothing to do with scientific acumen. I was never making that argument.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is, like, even if you want to go through like religion or belief, a lot of it is just incredibly international. It's diverse. Ultimately, as long as you follow that scientific method, as long as you have the process to learn, to develop, to study, you can do science.
Exactly. I'm a very big. But yes, it's one of the things I remember is like when I was looking into it, when I was talking about it, was my tutor was telling me that it is very important to remember that when you're studying the scientific method, you can never actually conclusively disprove something. All you can do is prove that in this instance, in these circumstances, this is the best this is the most likely answer. You should always be trying to disprove yourself, because that's the only way scientific principles stand, is because they stand because we rigorously test them.
Yep. And then on the flip side, it's always like, it's like the twofold game where, oh, we tested something and we found like a way to replicate it. We found a way to do it. Okay, that's in those test conditions. Let's expand it. Eventually, you'll discover a point where it most likely fails. And, like, you can argue about, like, oh, this is how gravity works. Okay, now let's get into the really, really fucky parts of space.
Gravity. I like cosmic laziness currently as my preferred theory of the gravitational force.
Cosmic laziness?
Yes. So cosmic laziness is so it's actually that gravity is a space-time distortion occurring from mass. And basically what it is all matter wishes to return to stasis, the slowest point possible. So because of that, mass will will gravitate towards each other in order to get to its slowest state possible, because the more that's together, the slower it moves, because of the greater gravitational force. That's why there is a time distortion between the release of the atmosphere and from the soil of the Earth. Quantum laziness.
I respect it. That's hustle, and I respect it. Actually, as a funny one, Kurtzgesagt did a really good video on it, but right now we're like seeing a lot of our astronomical theories just kind of collapse because we're discovering far too many places where nothing really works out the way we expect it to. And it's like, all right, is our astronomy like low-key kind of fucked in that like we have to suddenly rethink a lot of major theories? Yes.
Well, yes, but there's also a lot of major theories that are for example, one of the theories that's gaining a bit more traction is the idea of a projected or a programmed universe, because of the way our world the way our reality seems to glitch at extreme points.
I mean, yeah, but that's also one of those, like, you can't really disprove it, so I've never taken it too much seriously.
Well, to be fair, it's one of those things where it's cool to think about, but also at the end of the day, it doesn't change how I clean my dishes.
Okay, in practice, it's like one of those useless theories, because, like, okay, it's true. What do I
Yeah.
do with that?
Yeah, it's one of those. It doesn't actually change anything, so what's the point in settling on it? But it's a fun theory to think about. But that's kind of the idea when you're getting into those advanced theories. Is that's where you're getting quantum loop gravity and string theory and yes.
You just made me think of a brilliant new scientific theory. I just came up with it. The universe is fucked up the way it is because it was programmed with AI. Humans made with AI.
Oh god. No, see, we're too coherent for AI. We're too coherent for AI.
Are we? Are we?
I mean, see, Gab, you
Who
just
was
switched
just-
argument side. You literally just changed your argument side at the drop of a dime.
Kurai, weren't you just saying that you despise mankind and all this?
Yes, I do. But I like people. So that must mean that people are much more multifaceted than an AI, because I don't like AI.
Whoever made the universe could have had a really good AI.
That's fair. To be fair, I was thinking about it the other day, and the thing I hate about AI is I actually don't hate AI. I just hate how it is used in a capitalistic society. Get rid of money, and then AI is fine.
I have some of my reservations on it. Like, my biggest reservation is largely that I feel like this is less the thing that'll actually be useful, so much as, like, we are still at the beginning stage of something that'll over time grow to be incredibly useful. Because realistically, the main big thing we are seeing is a thing that can talk to you, that can quote unquote recognize and understand language and maintain context. That's like really the major development out of it all. Because normally you talk to a chatbot and they're useless, but like these are.
It's also worth noting the kind of chatbots the average person is working with is not the same chatbots that are being worked with in like research and development with AI.
Yes.
Like these are like ants in complexity compared to like I don't know, an elephant.
Well, see,
I don't think that using ants in this situation is fair. Cause...
a single ant, not ants as a whole.
Oh yeah, we don't want to disparage ants. Come on.
Yeah, fair. Okay, as complex
like,
as a well, no, tardigrades are complex too.
You're fine. Just like to me, what gets me is I see developments with a lot of new like models and computer advancements in terms of like, hey, medical research. We've developed things that can like scan cancer images and have an incredibly high success rate, and they're amazing at aiding physicians and cancer specialists. I forgot the word for them. In like, it's early detection. That's amazing. That's genuinely one of the best developments I've seen all around. And it just took like modern training models for AI to reach that point.
So I feel that the way you can measure something's progress is its ability to progress one or more of the three things: economy, technology, or art. Its ability to impact those three things is what I would consider technological advancements. So the thing is what AI is definitely impacting is economy. And it is actually quite efficient at it. It's very good at manipulating our market to make money.
It's gonna... The thing that sucks a lot for me with this is I want the hype and the bubble to burst so things can
Oh
settle down.
yes, please.
Because, like, I mean, it's gonna suck. Like, the economy is going to die when that happens. But the thing that I find fascinating is I've seen a lot of the, like, oh, OpenAI is saying that if you use ChatGPT, you increase your productivity 15 times over. Like, okay, but how do I know you're, like, being honest? What kind of rigorous testing was done to, like, perform this? And a lot of it is, like,
Oh yeah.
hype pieces. But I have seen some research that indicates, in particular, like, power users of AI are massively more productive and they do less work. And, like, that's
Yeah.
the kind of thing I keep an eye on, where I go, like, I see how. Because, yeah, if you're going to use AI correctly, you can do a lot more. And it's
You
not
just
like,
basically have to check your AI and make corrections where it makes errors.
yeah, that, mind you, that's, and
A
even
lot
then, like,
of work, but it's a lot less than doing it all from scratch.
and in particular, I think we're seeing, like, a lot of people who are adapting to this. It's not that they're just using it, they're creating new workflows, new systems, new environments that properly integrate it. Like, it's the difference
Yes.
between you having to reply to an email and Copilot going, like, what would you like to say to this user? Whereas, like, in a new environment that properly adopts it, it's like, hey, I saw this is a password reset email. Would you like me to reply with a standard password reset template? And all you do is click yes.
Yeah, it's more of a AI works well as an assistant if you can work out how to use it as an assistant.
Mhm.
It's
And
not something that is a replacement. It literally is an assistant.
yes, and in a lot
Yeah,
of
but all
cases,
these
like,
companies want to use it as a replacement.
And that's where we need the bubble to pop.
Yep.
because I think once it settles and we see the technology mature a fair bit, I think we'll actually start to see some really big improvements in the quality of life of people who are adjusted to using it, which is
And
gonna hurt a
also,
lot because we're gonna have a lot of people who aren't.
but it is also worth exactly what you're talking about, the amount of proteges out there, air quotes, that go unnurtured. Literally, the point of AI is it will allow people to overcome the hurdles that would hold them back very easily if they use it as an assistant. You know, oh, you're a genius, but you really struggle with sleep. Okay, so you have an AI assistant that doesn't matter if you get angry at it for nagging you to ensure that you take care of yourself.
I mean, not ironic. Like, I've seen people use it, like, surprisingly reasonably. Like, hey, can you generate me a day-to-day schedule of my classes so I can focus on my homework?
Yep.
Like, that's genuinely, like, it seems like the small things, but that's, to me, the biggest strength of the modern wave of AI developments. Like, for a lot of the research and training and development stuff, this kind of thing isn't necessarily tied to the modern day models as much as it is. Like, they were going to get there anyway. This may have sped it up a few years, but medical research was always going to start using large computer learning or language learning models at some point. They were going to reach that
And
point eventually. Or image
especially once they
recognition.
started using robot surgeons, because those things were cool.
Mhm. But I think a lot of modern developments for what we consider AI have largely been in getting the average user to basically interface successfully with, like, a chat agent. And that the chat agent can actually help the user. That the user can just be like, can you help me with this? Can you do this for me? Can you, yeah? And the AI can actually understand and develop, like, understanding of these things, or at least, like, remember the concepts and process them properly. And that's insane, because the fact that you develop an AI that can work with the average user and not a trained scientist, oh boy.
I think the thing I learned recently was I tried explaining it, but I don't know if it's the best explanation. But I'm going to try it again. I have been trying to work out why it is I don't like chatting with AI chatbots. And I think I've come up with an answer that is what makes sense to me. AIs are supposed to try to, you know, emulate human interaction to a degree when you talk to a chatbot. Yeah? So all I can think when I look at them is a footprint does not look like a boot. Basically, I can tell that they're trained how to interact with people from, like, social media or something, or just, and they're basically trained on the digital footprint we leave, and a footprint doesn't look like a person.
Hey there, Tail.
Hey.
It's going all right, though we haven't actually gotten into any pirating yet. Kind of just been,
Building.
I've been building while Gib-Gab and Kuroi here are chatting with each other.
Excuse
Lot of
me.
AI
Look at
stuff.
how much wood. No. Look at how much wood and vine I gathered you. I demand you be thankful for that.
I'm sorry.
It's just when you
You've been
two
building.
get going, there's not much room for me. But that's okay because I'm having fun building.
I mean, honestly, yell at us or interrupt us for real. If you have like contribution to it, I'm more than happy to like whoop the early boss. But yeah, just that's just it to me. Like the fact that the thing can actually enhance the productivity of an average user, despite the average user being the way they are, is insane.
Well, thank you, Tail. Yes, I wanted to have a nice big tower up here that we can see the curvature of the earth.
Are you placing a signifier on top?
Ooh, I could.
I think you should. I'm gonna go upstairs and put the fast travel bell on it, and then remove all the floor around it, so you get out and then like immediately fall to your death. And then I'll invite Corey to play.
Play what?
What?
To play what?
No, nothing. Nothing. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Just someday it'll burst, and someday I'll be very satisfied as I watch the economy disappear.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
I mean-
grabbed a bunch of copper.
I mean, the idea of neo-communism is always fun.
Someday we'll get to Star Trek.
Yay! That is the dream, isn't it?
I don't know much about Star Trek personally, just not something I ever watched too much of. But I know recently one of my friends was like, they were asking like, which sci-fi universe would you like to live into? And I immediately went Star Trek. And they were like, what do you mean, not like Star Wars or Warhammer? And I had to explain like, have you seen Warhammer? Why
I would not
wanna
want to live in the Warhammer universe. I
Warhammer
very much would
universe.
not want to live in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah, Warhammer universe. Absolutely not. Star Wars. Maybe depends on the time period.
And the
Nah.
planet.
Miss me with that. Like, there's a not insignificant chance some random dude with magic powers is gonna show up and force me to do something. Wait, hold up. Okay, never mind. Maybe I can consider the mind bending. But no, jokes aside, it's like Star Wars. We have 1,000 years of peace and then like 1,500 years of civil war continuously with on and off periods. Also, there's just magical people who are just gifted at birth, and if they're gifted at birth, they can like twist and bend your mind and push you and choke you to death. And it's like, that sounds problematic. What if you live in a place like Corus? Oh god, Coruscant is hell. Never mind. So what's
mean-
nice in Star Wars?
And Warhammer universe is literally a hell dimension.
The only way you live a nice life in the Warhammer universe is if you're born in like some rich, calm, quiet planet far away from everything. And at that point,
Oh,
I
and-
mean, you're-
You want to be a human. You definitely want to be a human.
you don't get to have fun
Because-
with the aliens.
Because if you're any of the other alien species, well, congrats having your soul being devoured by a chaos demon when you die.
I think except the orcs. The orcs are the only ones who get to have fun.
Yeah.
I
But
will
they're
also-
also like dumb and hyper violent.
For me, when it comes to like Star Wars, like there is the side of always at war, hence the name. However, you also there are other things that are going on that you can enjoy, and you can have a peaceful life. Like not everybody was constantly in the grip of horrors beyond imagination there.
Okay.
It-
But go ahead.
Sorry, is that Star Wars world?
Yeah, I'm talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
My issue with it is that, like, okay, I could have a nice life in the Star Wars universe. I just largely feel like you're probably not that far away from having about as good a life as you do in our world. Especially considering, like, Star Wars
Yeah.
is simultaneously very our timeline / planet like. And then, like,
I guess
Hmm?
that is a good point. Your best hope in the Star Wars universe is to have a life is similar to how you have now.
Yes, but furries.
so which ones? The few there are.
What do you mean
If you're
few?
lucky
There are
to-
so many.
I mean,
What's your okay? If you're a furry, what is the chance that you're going to be like some prosecuted species, or your planet is a shithole, or you're not going to be like as wealthy or as good living as half the humans are? You know, like the Wookiees are cool and all. You could be a Wookiee, but don't forget the Wookiees were genocided like 3 times in a row in like 30 years.
so with the Ewoks.
Yeah. And I mean, you could be a Lothwolf, sure, but like, what's the problem with being a Lothwolf again? What's the struggle about being a Lothwolf?
Not really any.
Except for the
I
fact
mean-
that the Sith want to hunt you down and devour you.
Yeah. I know you
Yeah,
can avoid
but
it
they're-
with your time hopping.
Like, in the universe, that's not actually a problem.
But
Yeah,
it's
just-
also kind of like at the same time, it's like, okay, so you're just a fey creature that lives outside of time. That the chances of you actually being one are ridiculously tiny.
And it gets to my broader point, which is like, at that point, you're getting into, I want to be part of the universe, but I don't want to be part of the main source of the universe. Like, I want some of the cookies, but not to actually eat the ice cream.
No, I'm good with a lot of the rest. Like, I could put up with a lot of the rest.
I would not want to be a moisture farmer on Tatooine.
Yeah. I just don't know realistically how much you get out of Star Wars apart from being able to like travel to different planets, which is cool, except for the fact that half the Star Wars planet are like, oh yeah, there used to be a factory planet and now it's a polluted hellscape, or like this is an ocean planet and it's deadly to everyone who's not one of the native species or adapted to it.
Also, space travel appears to be something that only the wealthy can do.
Not.
Yeah, you can do it if you're broke.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that can
Um,
travel. It's actually quite easy.
Also,
Maybe.
slavery still exists in sections of the universe quite happily, so...
Well, that's, to be fair, that's also the case with the real world.
Yeah, that's true. That's my point, is I don't see much difference between it and the real world.
It's,
I'm just saying, like, my only point here is I would rather be in Star Wars than the real world.
and I mean that's fair. Like I don't think it's entirely unfair. Doubly so because like a lot of the minutia of day-to-day life, there's not an insignificant chance of it being better or worse in Star Wars. Like I can imagine, you know, like, oh, you travel between planets, your taxes are hell. Good luck. But then like, what are the chances if you're born during the like 1,000 years of the Republic that a lot of those problems aren't really issues? Even if you're born as like an average moisture farmer and you do some nice things, then you know, maybe you could still get to have a nice life, relatively speaking. It just like then you go to Star Trek and it's like, oh, what's your biggest issue? I don't know, if you're not a main character, what's your problem?
Star Trek
Oliver
would be a
Bridges.
nice world. I would be okay with Star Trek. It's just I would prefer Star Wars.
But it's just all I've heard of Star Wars is it's just gay space communism and it's like a utopia, and then like the only people who have problems are the main characters, and it's like, oh well, that sounds nice. I don't mind living there.
I think if I was to pick a fantasy world to live in, as much as I'm not a fan of the author, I'd probably pick Harry Potter.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, okay. And you were getting on me about Star Wars?
Oh, but you see, I don't mind the violence because then, I would just either I have my own wand and I'd just, become an aura.
Well, see, to me, Harry Potter is acceptable in the sense that, like, if you're happy still living in the real world but with the benefit of magic, then it makes perfect sense. Like, oh yeah, I have a
That's
problem,
it.
I can just magic it away.
Yeah, that would be it.
It's
Benefit
just
of living in the real world, but with magic.
Yeah. Okay, Zim, imagine this. Like, imagine if you can enchant a quill to do your taxes.
Or imagine if I could make you into an animagus, and then you could actually transform yourself into a Marten.
Ooh. Or if he can
Just
make
saying,
himself an
Star
animagus,
Wars
you just
has.
transform him into a Marten.
Just saying, Star Wars does have transformation.
I do have to head off now. It was lovely hanging out with you guys.
Abandonment.
Take
Piracy.
care, you too.
Betrayal.
Goodbye forever.
Hey, do that and it will be forever.
Goodbye, crazy around.
See ya, I'll be back soon.
Also, how much longer do you plan on going? My eyes hurt. I've been gathering so much wood and stone.
I mean, where's the copper? How's our copper doing?
It's being cooked. It's in the oven. There's probably like 70, 80-ish ingots in there.
Because that's the main thing that I'm waiting on, is just the copper.
Go check the oven. I literally mined out the entire mine. There is no more copper in that mine.
I went and occupied myself with the building.
That's why I didn't really bother before, because I was like, it's probably going to take forever, we'll just let it be. Right now I'm trying to see if I can get nails from the scavenged. That way either we don't have to craft nails, which saves us copper, or if we can deconstruct them for copper, then it's just free copper.
Alright, the tower is done.
Hey.
See, my issue with the Star Trek universe is that it's a little too idyllic of a society for the normal person. You know, average Joe Schmo just... There's nothing that they need or want, and thus, what is there to do?
I think that's kind of the different draws, right? Because if you want a universe that offers you like the experience of the universe, then you can get a good go out of it. But realistically speaking, like, take your current life as it were, and just imagine being able to do it with like basically none of the actual problems stop it. Like you said, you know, it's like imagine if you could stream without ever having to worry about any of the current issues to worry about, whether it be rent, whether it be food, whether it be taxes or anything. You chill and you stream and you hang out with friends and you do what you want.
But then there's the other side of that, of what would be the point of me when people have... What would be the point of a content creator like myself when you've got access to a holodeck?
In practice, depends. The way I figure is like you can pretty much take whatever career you've got going on here and either transpose a more advanced version of it, or I mean, mind you, I'm not a big Star Trek nerd, but I figure the holodeck is a specialized piece of equipment that you kind of have to, you know, handle. So it's kind of like a VR headset. You could say, like, why would you ever use a real life screen when you have to use a VR headset, and then you run into all the downsides of, you know, not having a monitor and instead having a screen on your face. I assume the holodeck also has its limitations and its uses. for all we know, you might-
Occasionally, like, you occasionally see it get corrupted and stuff, but that also seems to be more just, you know, writers putting drama into the world, rather than something that is a norm.
But then again, I mean, what if you become a holodeck artist or content creator? Like, what if you're the one making TF things for your holodeck?
However, that's still not me doing what I'm doing right now. Even then, the actual creation of stuff for the holodeck is basically, computer, I want this.
Lol.
It's all AI generated. It's not really, you know, you're not getting yourself a, you know, a computer disk or something that you put in.
Fair enough. Like I said, I
Like, yeah, oh my, it really is just AI generation. You're putting in prompts.
Jarvis
Like,
made
you're
me
telling...
TF.
You're telling the holodeck, yes, I would like to have I would like to have a pirate simulation. So it gives you something with that, and then you're like, computer, make this instead.
Really quick, is that enough copper, Zim? Are you satisfied with the copper gathering?
There is nothing in there.
Check the shipwright's workshop and try to make cannons. Just go try to make a cannon.
Well, first I'm gonna start processing some more charcoal.
I already cooked all the copper just in case.
Oh yeah, but I'm cooking some more charcoal so that way we have it
Oh,
for
look
later.
how much we're gonna use up all our wood!
What?
Okay, we still. Never mind. Oh god, we have so much wood.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't process having gathered that much wood. So we should be good on copper for now. 121 ingots.
Ah, now we need rough hide.
Well, that's for the boarding party gear. How many do we need?
Well, I made 2 12-pounders. One for you, one for me.
Thank you, I'll take one.
I would hope so.
I'm gonna give them to the ship.
I don't know.
And also make hull bracing.
But first... I'm checking... Build a wharf and equip the ketch with cannons. Okay, so we need a wharf.
Oh, that's on my ship.
We need wood and coarse fabric.
We have a lot.
Apparently we don't.
I don't have coarse fabric. What we should. Coarse fabric, I don't know how much we do or don't. But yeah, just in case, careful, that's my ship. Your ship is the one over there. I don't know if it actually tracks whose is whose, but I assume it does because when I summon that ship, it summons specifically that one. Making 45 coarse fabric, that should be enough.
Okay.
You want me to like move the ship over closer here?
No, we'll figure out how it works in a moment. Let's do... Let's extend the pier here.
Extend the pier here. Like, bruh.
What?
Need to get rid of this new thing. It catches all my weird sounds.
No, your weird sounds are cute.
Start deconstructing the tower. God, it's so big.
What? You don't like the tower?
I love it. It's just huge. Ooh, flag. What flag is that?
Just basic orange.
It's like melding into black for me. Like a weird orange, black, brown hybrid.
It is nighttime.
Fair enough. Can I repair the ship? How do I repair the ship? Yeah, I can give it a name.
Oh, you could just straight up build new ships. Unfortunately, they are very standard ships, but like you can't do custom ones. But like I can build 3 different versions of the Ketch here. But alright, managed food, 12 pounders. Boom.
Okay, so it just takes what to repair them. I'm gonna go run and get leather so I can craft the boarding thing.
Ah, so now we just have to go destroy Blackbeard's pirate's Ketch. Which I think we might just do next time.
Oh, now it's the last thing to do before we leave off. One big action set piece.
Ah, fair enough.
You crafted the boarding thing, right? Or not?
No.
How many animal hides do we need, and how many do we have? Because I think I can at least get enough for you to be able to craft it, so you can see how it works.
I mean, sure.
And look, you're gonna be the one capturing the screenshot. Might as well capture a screenshot of a boarding.
Fair enough. All right, you sold me.
Of course I did. I'm good at my job. Oh, never mind. I died. I'm stupid.
We need 7.
We don't have any?
We have 2.
Look at this. Okay, so we need 5 total.
Yeah.
Or do we need 9 in total?
We need 5 more.
Okay, I already got 3, I think, so I'm gonna be able to get the other 2 really quickly. I just gotta head to this temple, kill a couple more, and then we went in.
There's 1. Ato. Okay, there's gotta be something to whatever this is. Doesn't have a marker on the map or anything, but like...
Or what?
Whenever I'm running around here...
It may just be a weird, like, piece of ground. Or you could try digging and see if there's treasure. Anyway, I got you the hide, I'll craft the thing, and I'll leave it at the ship, right? Or the ship crafting. Yep, boarding your party. Craft it, you can grab it.
Okay. Nyong. Alright, let me get some food. Cause always useful to have. Manage ship, boarding crew, boarding party gear. Alright, let's go do this thing.
Yeah.
Charge! Or, I guess,
Aboard.
sail!
I'm aboard the Poggy. We can do this.
Helm's yours, Captain.
I love that you can just turn into place. Wait. That's fine. I just bumped the dock a little.
Or sail.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Where are we going? Okay, I see. what
No
comes with this
idea.
word.
That's why I'm slowing down, like... I don't see any sign of, any of the many ships. Oh, okay. There's a marker to the port. Hard to port!
I'll just follow you. Okay, the tower effect on the lighting with like the little glow, I don't know if you see it, that's so perfect.
Yes. I am very pleased with how that came out.
That's sick. I love it.
See, I know what I'm doing when I'm building.
How do you shoot? Oh,
I'm guessing it's the I and N?
I'm gonna try one of these. Just right click and if you select what you're firing with, you can right click it that way.
And the cannons.
Simultaneously, that's really cool and extremely disappointing.
So you right click.
You see how you have 1 and 2 selected on your screen?
Yeah.
That's the type of ammunition you have, and then whatever side you point to, you right click to aim, like that. Those cannons. So you see you have 2 at the front, 3 on each side. And when you hold right click, you aim, and then left click fires. Oh, if you press B, they start sinking.
Oh yeah, that's why I was singing earlier.
Oh.
She rises way up, she rises way up, she rises early in the morning.
What will
With the drunken sailor, what will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she. To arms!
Alright, kill the catch, board the raider. Gone.
Ow!
Ow. Oi, rude.
Oh, wait.
Are you boarding?
Get alongside to begin boarding. Ah, you can go to ramming speed.
Hey. I'll go take care of the other raiders so they don't interfere. Take care of the catch.
Oh, crap.
What happened?
Oh, I kind of got, started getting hurt. A lot, and almost died, and now I'm dead. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no! I spawned back at...
Yeah, that I kind of expected.
Did my ship just disappear over there?
It's still there. For
Oh.
now. You recall it?
I probably could. I was expecting my crew to, you know, swing over and go engage.
I guess not. Question mark?
Helm's yours, Captain.
I don't think anything is happening in the meantime. It's so weird.
What's
It's
happening?
just sitting there.
Oh.
It's just sitting. Your ship disappeared, but it's just sitting there. Meanwhile, I'm engaging a duel to the death with this Blackbeard Raider ship.
Here we go. We're outward bound for Mobile Town with a heave-ho-ho. And we'll heave the old wheel round and round. Good morning, ladies all. And when
Slitherite!
Mobile Town with a heave-ho-ho. Oh, just
Played right, just resubscribed for 44 months. 44 months of dukes and gifts, and many TF potions being thrown around.
Slitherite, thank you so much for that resub and your 44 months of support. Thank you.
We'll swing around, we'll have good fun with a heave-ho-ho. And soon we'll be back on the homeward run. Good morning, ladies all. And when we get to Bristol town with a heave-ho-ho. For the very last time we'll waltz around. Good morning, ladies all. With
Yeah, I think I've damaged them enough that they are basically disabled.
Nice.
So at this point, it's just boarding time.
breathe the canvas.
Can we board these guys, or do we need to board anything?
I don't think we have to board anyone. I'm
Okay,
just
sounds
doing
good.
it because I can.
Exactly.
Wait. Oh,
Okay, now the crew did jump in.
yeah. Okay. I hope my crew can't die.
You're still hoping. Oh, the blunderbuss is goaded in this. Boarding successful.
Okay, going back to my ship for a moment to heal up. Because I might have forgotten to drink before going over there, or eat before going over here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I can head over. I can get help.
Boarding successful.
Nice, you got it.
Whew.
Maybe two.
There's just a bunch of them still down here in the basement of the ship that I'm going through and executing now.
Holy shit, you can see the signal fire from all the way over here.
Well, that was the point of the signal fire.
That ain't a fucking signal fire, that's a fucking signal sun.
Captain at the helm.
Easy money.
Hell to the yeah.
More sail, more speed.
Yeah, it looks like you do get it looks like you get less rewards if you just kill them, or if you just sink them. But if you actually board them and such, then you get extra loot. Also, I might have forgotten to actually take a screenshot of that.
Oh my gosh.
But I got a screenshot of the signal fire with the tower, so that I'm happy with that.
How's him?
I blame Jits. Good night, Jits.
Oh yeah, fast travel.
Yeah, I just fast traveled. I think it's a nice tower.
Where's the hell did my ship go? Oh, there it is.
I'm proud of this. It's not even done yet. There's still another floor to build. But now they say to go to Tortuga, so this is where we'll go ahead and call it for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the stream today. That was Windrose. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, that you can also do so by sharing the stream around, tipping to the channel directly, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everybody, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.